Welcome to another episode of my Casa podcast. Bit of a different one today. We are joined by good friend Nath. Nath, welcome to the podcast.
Oh yeah, thanks for having me.
Now looking a little bit different to usual. New style, is it? What's the go?
What's the go? So we're going straight into it.
Let's just dive straight in, mate.
So when was it? In January, I'll just say the whole story.
Yeah, go from the start because I haven't actually heard it
properly.
properly.
You haven't heard the whole story? Okay, no. So I was out with the missus. We were driving home anyway. Got home, got undressed, sat on the couch, and as we do, I was just playing with my nuts. Like literally, I was just playing with my nuts, and I was like, "What the fuck is this little lump like on my nut?" And I was like, looked at my missus. Like, "Oh, can you book me into the doctor?" I didn't even think anything of it. I just thought like, just book me into the doctor.
Yeah, just
because in school they were like, if you got a lump on your nuts, go get it checked just in case. And anyway, booked me in, went to the doctor. He's checking. He goes, "Nah, it looks like a cyst because where it is. Usually, I'm pretty sure he said it was on. If it's on the back of the nut, it's like testicular. If it's on the side, it's like a cyst or some shit." And I was like, "Okay, cool." He goes, "Yeah, it looks like a cyst, but we'll get it checked anyway." So I go to the ultrasound place. She scans me, and I'm like looking at it. I'm like, "So what is it?" She goes, "Oh, I can't tell you." And I was like, "You're fucking telling me. What is it?"
Did she look worried? Like,
yeah, like she looked like, because they're not allowed to tell you.
That's the worst.
Yeah, so I'm probably gonna get in trouble. But anyway, yeah, they're not allowed to tell you at all. They're just scan it and all like robots, and then they just pass the doctor, and the doctor tells you. Anyway, and I was like, "Fucking tell me now, like what's going on here?" And she's like, "This is not a cyst, it's a tumor." And I was like, "What the fuck?" And she goes, "Fuck." She goes, "Oh, that's what I want to tell you." And I was like, "Get the fuck out of here." And I was just like, my head just went, "Oh," and I was like, "I'm gonna fucking die." Because you think tumor, like cancer, like you're dead. That's interesting. It's like crying.
You automatically go into instant panic.
Oh, dude, panic. Instant panic.
Yeah.
Like, I've got goosebumps I think about it. And it's like, what the fuck? I called my mum, like, "Mum, I'm gonna fucking die." Like, what the fuck? She's like, "Whoa, chill the fuck out. What's going on?" Well, I shouldn't say that, but you know. Called my missus, and I was just outside, like, "Oh, what is going on?" Like, I'm fucking dead. Anyway, so missus comes pick me up. Mum comes. We go to the doctor, and he's like, "Yeah, listen, it's cancer." Wow. And I'm just like, "Okay, so now what? Like, what do we do?" And he goes, "Oh, I'm going to send you to book in 4 specialists, whatever, to get you in straight away to get it cut out. But first of all, I'm going to get you a CAT scan to make sure there's no spread or anything else."
So did this all happen between you getting your, obviously just feeling nuts on the couch,
Day after.
Next day?
Yeah.
So that 24 hours just swings everything for you.
Bro, upside down. And like, even trying to book in the scans and stuff, usually this shit should take like 2 weeks. And I was called, like when I called, they're like, "Oh, we don't know if you can get you in." And I was just losing. I was like, "No, you're going to fucking get me in now, because this is what I've got." And she's like, oh, sorry, we'll get you in. I was like, "Yeah, sweet."
Yeah.
Did the scans, no spread, thank fuck. And then what happened? And then I booked into the doctors, the urologist and stuff. He checked, he goes, "Yep, it is, let's get it cut out." Got it cut out, and yeah, had the chemo. I didn't need the chemo. He basically said, "Listen," the way he explained it to me, he goes, "Listen, you can walk out of here today and you're fine because there's no spread, you got it early. But it's like if you were driving to Albany, you had a twin brother and you both driving to Albany, you both get there fine, but one of you's wearing a seatbelt. That's what the chemo's for."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Well, fuck, what do I do? Like, do I not do it, and then if something happens, you know, I don't know, or do I just get the chemo, suffer for a bit?" So yeah, I got the chemo, so I got this.
Wow.
Yeah,
so
hectic.
How does your family react when you get a phone call and it's just like, "Hey," like essentially just telling him, "I've got cancer"? What's that like?
Man, to be honest, that was strong, dude. Like, mum was like crying, whatever, but like it was me, like mentally, like especially us, like guys.
Yeah.
And like, you know how we all are. Everyone's like, "Who gives a fuck?" We're all like, whatever. And then something like that happens, and like this, like more mentally, it fucks you up. Like the way you think and the way like your whole, even now a little bit, like it's not, I wouldn't say PTSD, but it's like the way I think is like, I could actually be dead tomorrow.
Yeah.
Or like, you don't understand that actually we're on this earth or whatever for like a limited amount of time, and anything could happen just like that. So it's like, you don't think about that. You just think, fuck it, who cares? It's not gonna happen to me.
It always takes like a life-altering event to like kind of bring you back to reality. Hey, like it just puts everything back in perspective, and you start to appreciate little things.
100%.
Like I reckon you walking around every day today, like now, just the tiniest things that you appreciate, you just enjoy so much more.
My attitude towards things, like before, I was hard-headed and like, who gives a fuck, you know, get over it. Even like the mental health stuff, I was like, man, it's all bullshit. These guys are fucking grow up, man. Just a pussy. Like, entitled little guys whinging about everything, and now it's like, oh, I went through this, And my mental health, I thought I was this big tough guy. No,
Nah, it's different.
nah,
eh?
fucked me up,
And
man.
you're pretty naturally you're a pretty upbeat person,
Yeah.
happy normally.
Yeah.
So
This fucked me up, man.
yeah,
Like badly. Like I was crying to my missus, like, this is fucked. What if it's through me? What if this? And the doctors were telling me, like, no, you're fine.
Yeah.
And my mate's a doctor. He was like, and he was the only one. Shout out to Dr. Shash, that was like straight up, like, basically, dude, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
What you've got is nothing. Like compared to
yeah,
people,
what it can be.
what can be and what other cancers are out there. You could get told you got fucking 3 weeks to live and it's spread and you're fucked.
Yeah,
He goes, you got testicular, it's curable. But your head doesn't tell you that.
Yeah.
Like you catastrophize and you don't, even though you're getting told this and the doctors are telling you this.
you must have been on Google like a madman. Yeah.
Google's the worst.
Dr. Google.
Oh my God, Google is the worst thing in the world, man. It's like, yeah, you got 98% chance involved, and the other one's like, oh, you're going to be fucked for the rest of your life. It's like, man, what do you believe?
You're losing 3 legs.
Yeah, and then I was looking at the chemo side, like, what does chemo do? And it's like, oh, man, just chill the fuck out.
Yeah.
Speak to doctors. Google knows nothing. I mean,
Listen to the professionals.
list of professionals, man.
Yeah.
And that was the hardest part. Now I don't want to Google anything.
Oh, I know.
wanna
I've done it
Google-
before, man. I've had like the smallest like rash, and I'm like, that's it. I'm
Bad.
dying. It's just like it's
Yeah,
a
and that's
allergic
the thing
reaction.
now. Yeah, every time I get something, like I had a lump on my thing, I was like, oh, fuck, here we go. I've got something else now.
Yeah.
And it was just a lymph node. Like, it was nothing.
How was the surgery side of things? Because I know, obviously, well, yeah. What happened? You go into surgery. They
Yep.
just remove it, and because you actually lost your testicle.
Yep, they removed the testicle.
Yep. Does that how does it affect you later in life?
So nothing. So the only thing is you lose 50% of sperm.
Yep.
So the urologist told me, he goes, cool, just go sperm bank, blow a load,
Yeah.
save it on file.
Mate, that's that's some expensive sperm in there.
Yeah, it's expensive sperm.
Yeah, that's some high
But
quality.
he's like, listen, you can still have kids, you just 50%
Yeah.
less.
I think that'd be for me, naturally, when I heard you lost your testicle, that's the first place your mind goes.
Well, that's what I thought. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to have kids. I need to have kids. And he goes,
Yeah.
man, you can like chill. You can have kids, just in case. Go donate some sperm, put it in the bank.
Yeah.
But yeah, they just lose testicle. I thought when testosterone as well. I was like, fuck, when am I testosterone? Am I going to fucking lose all this shit now? And he goes, no, everything's completely fine.
Yeah.
Which it was. So it's just, yeah.
And a pretty pain-free procedure.
Yeah. Yeah, it's day surgery. I think it was like an hour and 45-minute procedure. They
Yeah,
just
right.
cut from the top of your pelvis to remove the testicle. I was sore for like a little bit, but I was in hospital for 1 day, then you're back home.
Yeah.
It was just like the healing process of like I couldn't go to the gym, like it was just like a scar here and shit. But,
Just normal surgery,
yeah,
aches
it's
and
about a
pains.
week and a half recovery. Yeah.
Yeah,
surgery.
cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
pretty basic stuff.
And the chemo side of things, was that a bit more intense?
Yes. So the chemo, when they said it to me, like, you're just going to have preventative chemo, it'll be a week and that's it. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, I was looking that up. I was like, yeah, everyone says it fucks you up, but guys, it's really going to fuck me up, you know?
Yeah. What is chemo? So before you go
So
there,
what's
like,
chemo?
because I know everyone always hears of people going through sickness that, like, you
Yeah.
know, go through chemo, this and that, but I'm not sure people are really aware of the procedure.
Yeah. So from my end, I don't really understand that much, but there's so many different types of chemo depending on what type of cancer and your body and your weight and height and all that bullshit. So for me, they gave me, I think it was 3 drugs. So my procedure was like this. I'd go in for a week. Every day was 3.5 hours. So intravenous, they just put needle in. It'll be like a litre of saline, then the chemo, then a 500 milligrams of saline, and the chemo. So they put like 2 drugs a day, and you're there for 3.5 hours.
Painful?
No.
Just, yeah.
It was nothing. You don't feel anything. It's just more. The first day I felt nothing. I was like, oh, this is fuck all.
Yeah.
Second day, nothing. Third day, you're like, your piss starts to stink. Like, you smell like chemical. You sweat like chemical, and there's this smell. It's like metallic, like shit. By Thursday, I was rough, man. Like, it was like a come down, like the worst come down in the world, and non-stop. You just like, but your head's fine, but your body's fucked.
It's just wearing you out.
Yeah,
slowly,
wearing you out.
yeah.
Not leaving the bed. From Thursday to like Monday, I didn't leave my room. I was just like, I can't do this. Like, and then the worst day I had was when it was coming out of me. My legs started cramping and just like, yeah, it was really bad. It was really
Wow.
bad.
And you just had the 1 week of that?
It was 1 week and then 2 needles after, but it was just literally a 1 week of full chemo.
Is there other people there in the room with you doing the same thing?
Yeah.
You would have, like, obviously you've had a week of it.
Yep.
But to see some of these other people in that room that have probably been
Fuck
going
yeah.
on for what, months,
And that's the
years,
people I
whatever it
respect.
is.
That's why I was like, I don't want to be here and like complain about my poor little things. Like mine was nothing compared to like the women, it's like a ward and there's different cubicles.
Yeah.
And it was all the poor women on breast cancer. And the weird thing is that in the outside world, we all complain and we all whinge about bullshit. And in that little ward, that cancer ward, they are the happiest people in the world.
Yeah.
And these people are like, fucking, you know the story. They're on the deathbed, no hair, they're women, they're frail, and they're all laughing with the nurses and happy.
Yeah.
In the most worst time of their life. And it's fucking hectic, man.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's intense.
I mean, it's not cool, but it was like,
yeah.
It's intense, like just seeing that.
You get to meet, it's like these people, we don't really get to interact.
No.
Not that we don't get to interact with, everyone knows someone who's sick and that, but you got put into the core of it and where it is, and you know, you probably met some of the most amazing people you've ever met in your life.
The nurses are like angels, man.
Yeah.
These nurses there are just, these nurses are just like, oh, and there's something about them, and they need to be paid $1 million a year, all these nurses, because they're fucking angels. Like, they just...
It's crazy, what they actually do. Like,
what they do, man.
They will wipe your ass for you.
Yeah.
And
like, I yacked one day, and they came in and they're like, they're ripping me and shit. Like, it's funny, they're making jokes, like, and they're just cool. And like, it's just, I don't know, man, they're just cool people.
Awesome.
Yeah, really nice.
Awesome. How did you go shaving your head? Were you self-conscious about it, or you just didn't give... Nah.
Man, I was at work. They said, you'll lose a bit of hair, you'll go thin. I was like, nah, I'm woke, man. I'm not going to lose that much. Dude, I was at work, like, working away on my laptop. Next minute, I saw like hair on my desk, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, just little bits of hair.
It just like literally just flakes out?
Yeah, well, dickhead me. I pulled hair, like, I went... I
Trying
don't know
to
why.
make it
I don't
come
know
out.
why. I went like this, I grabbed, and a big chunk came out. I was like, fuck. And then I just kept going. And then I had like a gap in the front of my head, and I was like, I have to shave my head now, man. Like, this is stupid. I can't look at it. So I just literally just fucking get it off.
Had you ever seen yourself with a shaved head before?
Not that shaved.
Never?
Not Festa, but I think it's fuck.
No.
It's out of anything, like, the worst could happen to lose my hair. Who cares? It comes back.
Yeah.
But the weird thing, everything started falling out. Like my chest hair, eyebrows stayed. Obviously, they will never go.
Yeah.
But my facial hair, I can't grow a beard yet. Like,
really?
Yeah, I can't grow it right at the moment. Yeah.
Shit, you can usually grow a good one too.
What, a day and I'm like full stubble now. It's like my stucky's coming back. That's it.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, mate, I'm glad to hear you going well, and that look, for such a rapid process.
Yeah.
It
Well, they were going to draw it out, but I was like, no, we're doing this now. Like,
yeah.
Like, I'm not going to wait. Like, someone's like, you have to wait 2 weeks. I'm like, I'm not waiting. Like, we're doing this now. Like, put me in. Like, I can't mentally. Like, even waiting over the weekend was like fucked and not knowing.
Yeah.
Because we're all in control, and we're all in control of the situation. But when you're not, that's when your head starts playing us up. What do we do here? Like, what the fuck's going on? And that was the worst part.
That's big, hey. When people lose control of things and it gets put into the unknown, no one likes the unknown.
No one likes that, man. It's the worst. And that's what tests you the most, is
100%.
in situations like that. And that's when you really know, if you think you're tough and you're like, oh, I'm this guy, that guy, those are the places will determine whether you are as strong or tough you think you are.
Who in your family is who's the rock? Who was the person that was just like...
Oh, my mum and my missus, man.
Yeah?
Yeah. They were just tough.
Yeah.
Even my missus, she was just tough the whole time. Like, I'd be a fucking sook and she was like, yep, cool. Like,
Yeah.
Just,
Grow
you
up,
need
mate.
that. You don't need someone else crying with you. You're just like, yep, let's do this.
Yeah.
And they were always like that, so it's good.
Oh,
Yeah.
good, mate. Good to hear you going well.
Yeah, we're good now. Just
Now-
checkups, that's it.
On I'll call it a positive. Go from positive to a negative. What are your Gunners doing, man? Trying to blow this league.
You go from like, that's the Cats more positive than Arsenal right now, man. Fuck, it's so shit, bro. They're fucking, I don't know. We're gone. That's it.
You reckon it's done?
Yeah, and we're not going to beat City. How are we going to beat City? We can't even beat Southampton.
You guys played good football. Like when you turn it on for that half an hour at end of games, when like you need to, it's in you. So I don't know. I feel like you guys can beat City because
I think we can. We can, but I don't know, man. Our heads. You can't draw 3 games in a row.
yeah.
And like,
I just think they turned the focus to City too early. Like for months, everyone's been talking about that game at the Etihad. That game at the Etihad.
Yeah.
You still got to put those games away that you should win. Hey.
yeah, man. How do you lose to the bottom? Like, draw to the bottom side.
Yeah.
And like, only just draw in the 90th minute. Like, come on, man. And then Liverpool, you're beating them 2-0. You stuff up.
The only reason I think, I don't know, I still got this.
I hope they do, man.
I think there's still like a decent enough chance, 20%, whatever it is, that you guys can do it. Is because whenever it's been the end of a game and you get nothing, you've always seemed to scrape either a win or a point from somewhere.
Yeah.
And it might not matter for anything, but yeah, I don't know, that point here and there.
If we can draw against them,
yeah.
and then know that, hey, you're not invincible, these guys, because they still got games to play.
Well, they're in 3 competitions
Yeah,
still.
yeah. But the depth of their squad is, I don't know. I hope they lose, but like, You never know. I'm glad now that we're in a position now where we're the underdogs now. I mean, we always were, but like now that we've drawn these games and stuffed up, it's like, well, it's
such an Arsenal fan mentality, man. You guys are fucked, eh?
Because we're used to it, man. It's so used to it. Like, what am I going to be? Like, happy? Like, we've still got this? No, we do this every year.
Yeah, it's like a Freo fan, too.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
It's like, I want to win so bad.
Yeah.
And I was so confident, and then you just drop these points.
Because you guys held on to that for a long time. You guys were like, nah, we haven't won the league. We're not going to win the league. We're not going to win the league. And then I think it was... Which game was it? Was it when
Aston Villa?
When Reece Nelson was it Nelson?
Yeah, Aston
scored
Villa.
the worldie.
Yeah.
At the end, and like
we're like, we got this.
And
now.
then everyone goes,
we're winning dirty now.
We're winning the league.
Yeah. And
then,
now just how do you go from that to that, man? Like, it's so frustrating. I want to break everything.
Like, I'm a United fan, right? And as bad as it sounds, like I'm one of those ones that I'm like, I'd rather City win it because
no, man.
No, but I still don't see City. It's becoming more of a real club now, but I still just see City as like, I don't have any friends that go for City. Yeah. I don't know anyone, so I don't have to listen to it.
Who goes for City?
Who?
Natasha De Gois's partner. What's his name? Jacob.
Oh,
goes
Impy.
for City. Yeah, he goes for City.
Fake fan.
Oh, no,
fake fan.
Hey.
Yeah. Fake fan.
Impy, fake fan.
Impy doesn't. He didn't even know
no
your name.
one goes for City.
He didn't even know your name. Impy, so don't worry about it.
No one goes to City unless you're like 60 and you're from England and like you went from all your life. That's it.
That's what I mean. Like I don't have to listen to it, but I'm a weird person, man. I get this weird joy and satisfaction out of watching people crumble at like their finest moment.
Yeah,
and
so
and to see like just the Arsenal fan TV, like to watch.
I know the high to now, like back to where they were.
Yeah, that's all I care about is watching Arsenal fan TV. Like when you guys win games, I won't watch it.
Yeah,
and
then it's not fun.
No, as soon as you lose, I'm on Arsenal fan TV.
Troops and shit.
Watching Troops lose it. Did you see him the other day? Oh man, I'll be real with you, Robbie Blood.
But it's like, fuck. Do you know what? We're right there. Just win the games, man.
And from where you've come from last year, 7th to the title race.
We got good players, but I don't know. It's just head now.
Yeah,
it's just head.
Who's because Holding's starting at centre back now, isn't he?
Yeah, Saliba's injured. I like Holding, but you can't. He's not a Saliba.
Yeah,
and now, like I said, he's a scapegoat. So if anything happens, it's his fault.
Yeah. Who you guys got? So it's City on Thursday night.
City Thursday. Then we still got to go to Newcastle away, which will get fucking flogged in Well, hopefully beat Newcastle, but Newcastle's form at home, man. Fuck.
Give us a score prediction for the City game laid on the line.
I'm going to be positive, and I'm going to say we're going to beat them 3-1.
3-1. Who scores?
Who scores? Trossard. Trossard needs to start.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trossard needs to start. How do you... Trossard and I think Martinelli. I think Trossard too.
Shit. I like it. It'd be high odds. All right, Nath, before we go, just do you want to give a message to people that kind of... like, what would your advice be?
My advice would be check your nuts, and if you feel anything, go get it checked. Don't be tough and think, oh no, it's nothing, because that nothing can turn into something, and that nothing can be nothing. So you're better off getting it checked early. Anything detected early is better than detected late, because they can get rid of it. So that's pretty much it.
Definitely. Check yourself, look after yourself,
and
enjoy life, hey? Have a good appreciation for it.
Enjoy life, man, and just be a good fucking person. Simple as that.
Well, nice short one today, but important. Very important. So, no, thanks for joining us on the Casa podcast.
Anytime.
We'll get you on again for Hannah Lending Service when the hair's back up and running and you can slip back going. And if you need any financial advice, he's your guy.
Yeah, non-financial advice, but I can get you a car. Personal loan.
Same shit.
Yeah, same shit.
Thanks, Nath.
Awesome, thanks guys.